Hello! Hello everyone, it is a slightly different DIY film club this week, as we are all pre-recorded contributions tonight, aside from, of course, the narration. So, we've had a little hiatus, but we are now back and hopefully we'll keep doing these every couple of weeks. And tonight we are doing kind of a little recreation of the classic film Labyrinth. If you have not seen DIY Film Club before, basically what we do is we give ourselves a week, we divvy up film scenes from a film that we like into the scenes we think really need to be recreated to capture the essence of that film, and then we spend a week either making them or doing them live and basically recreating them in our own homes. Apologies for the slightly distracting fact that the really bright light there reflected in this means that occasionally there's holes in my face because of green screen. But hey, for those of you who have seen Labyrinth before, you won't have seen Film Club before, DIY Film Club. We still have some of your classic favourites from the previous two times we've done this. We have significant others being roped in to recreate scenes. We have surprisingly impressive original music to get around copyrighted music in films. True, more like mean screen, less like green screen. We have scenes that just end up being kind of self-narration, and we have like some really surprising uses of tech animation and such like in there as well for you. So, oh my god, hello Raggy and Jess. It's so lovely that you're watching this. I think that's kind of all there is to say. It's going to be a slightly shorter one this week, but still some top quality recreations from Labyrinth. So I'm going to throw over for the narration that will lead us into this recreation. Hi, I'm the Labyrinth from the film Labyrinth, just reading up on my family history. So obviously I've had a long and varied life, but people always ask me about the most interesting people I know, and as you can see from my bedroom wall, there's one person who I've got quite a soft spot for, and I always like to remember about the times that I spent with them. Now my memory's pretty spotty. I've told this story a lot of times and it always changes every time that I tell it. You know, us labyrinths, us sentient talking labyrinths don't often have the best of memories, but I will do my best. If I remember correctly, the start of this entire saga that I'm about to relate began with a teenage girl who was terrible at babysitting. I think that's basically what it was. Yeah. And then, of course, this fella got involved.
You're him, aren't you? You're the Goblin King. I want my brother back, please. It's all the same.
What's said is said.
But I didn't mean it.
Sarah, go back to your room. Play with your toys and your costumes. Forget about the baby.
Please bring him back, please.
I brought you a gift.
What is it?
It's a crystal. You can...
No! Ooh! Oh! Are you okay?
I'm absolutely fine. Don't worry about me.
There's a lot of glass.
Forget about the ball.
Okay.
Ow! Oh! A little bit of glass.
Can I have my brother back?
Eh? Oh, yes, of course, your little bouncing baby brother. You will find your brother at my castle, in the centre of the labyrinth.
Oh. Okay, how long will it take?
I don't know, about the length of a parody stream. Of course, there is another way. Forget about the baby.
Nope.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, worth a shot, I suppose. You make me think about the kid.
What kid?
Kid with the art.
What art?
The art of witchcraft. This craft.
Is what?
Making me think of the kid. Hush. A kobold kid. I saw my kid weeping more than kids should weep. How should I act? My kitty's joy had left, my kid's grief was a fact, secret as a pact. For what sort of eldritch charm was best? Toads and newts or decaying fruits? Storm, cloud or hurricane? Then Kitty said, Jive, Eldritch, jive, jive, Eldritch, jive, inflict that kitty cuss on me. Hop, Eldritch, hop, hop, Eldritch, hop, inflict that Eldritch hop on me. Punch that kitty, make it free. Jive, Eldritch, jive, jive, Eldritch, jive, inflict that kitty cuss on me. Hop, Eldritch, hop, hop, Eldritch, hop, inflict that Eldritch hop on me. Punch that kitty, make it free. Oh, I'm David Bowie.
So, sometimes, as a labyrinth, I forget how to speak. It's really hard and it takes a lot of effort, but I think I've figured it out now, how it works. So, what I was trying to say earlier was that basically, the inconsistent babysitter who had wished to not have a baby there, but then decided to go and get her brother, started by coming to me, kind of center of everything, you know, ultimate labyrinth. And meanwhile, my mate Jareth here, who knows how to enjoy himself, was just having a nice time singing and dancing, basically. But yeah, maybe we should check in and see how the girl's doing, I reckon. And you might have noticed, yeah, sometimes when I tell this story, like, songs have different lyrics or tunes and things like that. It's just, like I said, not the best memory, but I'll see how well I can remember this next bit.
Hello?
Did you say hello?
No, I said hello, but that's close enough.
You're a worm, aren't you?
Yeah, that's right.
Don't by any chance know the way through this labyrinth, do you?
Me? No, I'm just a worm.
Oh,
Come inside and meet the missus.
No, thank you. But I have to solve this labyrinth. There aren't any turns or any openings or anything. It just goes on and on and...
It's full of openings. You just ain't seen them.
Well, where are they?
There's one. Right in front of you.
No, there isn't.
Come inside and have a nice cup of tea.
But there isn't an opening.
Of course there is. Try walking through it. You'll see what I mean.
What?
Go on then.
That's just wall. There's no way through.
Things aren't always what they seem in this place, so you can't take anything for granted.
Hey!
Hey, hang on.
Thank you. That was incredibly helpful.
But don't go that way.
What was that?
I said, don't go that way. Never go that way.
Oh, thanks.
Phew. If she kept on going that way, she'd have gone straight to that castle.
So, seemed like Sarah had got herself in quite the pickle. Maybe that's just Labyrinth humour. Does great at, the annual Sentient Labyrinth convention. Anyway, she was getting closer steadily, but there are many complexities to me and many facets and many challenges that she still had to face.
Okay, you're going through a labyrinth. These things happen. You got your baby brother kidnapped by David Bowie. That's not so fun. But you're going to make some certain headway. You made some friends, lives, laughs, loves, and then, oh no, 2 guardians. Ah, right, okay. They're standing in front of 2 doors. Oh no. One of these doors leads to the castle at the centre of the labyrinth, and the other one leads to certain death. But which one do you choose? You can ask the guardians one question, because that's the rules, and one of them always tells the truth, the other one always lies. But which one? I mean, there's no giveaways here, like ultimate poker face, and like this one also ultimate poker face. There's no telling them apart. So how can you tell? How can you find out which one leads to the centre of the castle? So let's just ask one of them. Let's ask one. Okay, hey, friendo. Yeah. What would this friend say if I were to ask him, is this the door that leads to the castle at the centre of the labyrinth? Quick discussion, and yes. So whatever happens, you choose the opposite of the one that they say. Why? Because if this is the friendo that tells the truth, then they know that this one would lie. And they would say that this is the way out. So it isn't. But if this one is the liar, then they would know that this one tells the truth, and this one would be the way to certain death. It's like, oh no! So no matter what, you choose the opposite of what the other one would say is the way out. Yeah? Crystal clear. Crystal clear. So what we do, we go through the door and, oh no. We had unreliable narrators. We had death or a hole full of hands? I mean, hole full of hands isn't certain death, so, you know, quid's in. Does that make sense? Yeah? Yeah? Cool. I'm glad we had this chat. Also, okay. Why would they have a door that leads to certain death anyway? Like, I know it's Labyrinth logic, but why even have that door? And who puts one of you always tells the truth, one of you... Why can't they both be liars? And they just lied about the first... Okay. I'm going to go have a little existential crisis. Enjoy the rest of the Labyrinth.
I mean, I don't know whose voice that was, because we never saw their face. But not a fan of my own recollections of events, questioning my own logic. I'm complex like that, and sometimes even when I'm remembering something that's happened to me, I then question my own logic, and I obviously have a lot of unresolved issues and conflicts that I need to deal with. So maybe we should just get back to remembering things.
Excuse me, do you know how to get to the centre of the Labyrinth? Got some sort of freaky deal going on with David Bowie as an owl.
Yeah.
Yeah, any advice would be good.
Please, address all questions to the man here.
Okay.
Sometimes the way forward is the way back. What I mean is, sometimes it feels like we're not getting anywhere, when in fact,
We are.
we are.
I think that's your lot. Please, make a donation in the little box.
I don't have... Okay, yeah, I've got... There you go.
Gracias, señorita.
Cheers.
Okay. Well, there go a couple of suckers. You know, it's so stimulating being your head. I don't know how our digestion works. I mean, I am hungry. Like, do I need to eat? I don't know. I don't know. Nice day for it. Lot of seagulls. Too many. Yes.
Yeah, I have kind of always wondered how a lot of the creatures that live inside of me and are an integral part of me actually function, because I've never known. And to be honest, going over these memories is now it's putting me in a really confused place, and I don't know. Okay, I'll level with you. I don't remember the rest. Maybe she found the baby. Maybe she didn't. I guess ultimate cliffhanger of whether the baby stayed with this legend right behind me, or whether the baby was taken back to the household where he had a sister who hated him so much that she sent him to the labyrinth in the first place. Who knows what even counts as a happy ending there. But yeah, that's kind of all I really remember of it. I guess it's weird, the things that stick out to you when you look back on your life. I mean, I've had a very full life. It's not just this, but this is the only thing people ever want to hear about. You know, when they meet me, they're like, "Oh, Jareth, what's he like?" and stuff. So I figured I'd kind of put it here, so people could finally have an accurate reference point for that entire series of events. Yeah, I think that clears it up, right? Ha ha! I mentioned that it was a slightly shorter one this week because this isn't a job and we do it when we can, and it's not pressured and we want it to be fun. So that is DIY Film Club for this week. Thank you so much to Ed, to Leo, to Rhys, to Mira, to Kim, who all provided bits and pieces and scenes for that. I can't remember the precise links to put in the chat to plug things, but if you follow me at Chloe Mashiter on Twitter, then I will do some little tweets just now to plug the various things that those lovely people do. And if you're interested in being a part of DIY Film Club, because there is no kind of barrier to entry, it's just if you are a decent person who would like to come and make things, look at my Twitter. I will also put a link there to our little kind of sign up form, which again is more just about having your email and knowing about what kind of films you'd like to do. It's very not pressured. But I think that's kind of where we'll leave it, and we will be back in 2 weeks. I know we've had like a little bit of a few weeks off, but we will be back in 2 weeks with another film and our personal recreations of it. Thank you so much for watching.